Hello students, welcome to Ramakrishna English Medium School. Before we start, I request you all to join your hands, close your eyes and say prayer after me. Oh my God, bless us for the day. Oh my God, bless us, our Father, our Mother and our teachers. Amen.
Good morning, my dear children. I, Miss Ekta Patil, your class teacher, is going to teach you today's subject EVS 2. So, students, in last chapter we had learned about Shivaji's childhood, where he had born and how was his childhood, how he spent his childhood. So, now in this chapter we are going to learn Shivaji's education, our fifth chapter, that is Shivaji's education. So, let's discuss our main point of this chapter. First, beginning of Shivaji's education. Second, rejuvenation of Pune. Third, the achievements of Dadaji Kondev. Fourth, Shivaji's education. Fifth, what Veer Mata Jizabai taught Shivaji. Sixth, the new regime of Shivaji. And the last, seventh one, Shivaji's marriage. So students, let's move on to the explanation. In the beginning of Shivaji's education, Shahaji Raje himself was a scholar of Sanskrit. Now students, what is meant by scholar? Scholar means a person who is specialized in the particular branch of studies. In the Bangalore court, Shahaji Raje had under his patronage artist and scholar of various languages. Shahaji Raje appointed intelligent teachers for Shivaji. Shivaji's education began when he became 7 years old. Soon, Shivaji became skilled in the art of reading and writing. He began to read the stories from Ramayana, Mahabharata and Bhagavad on his own. To teach him warfare, Shahaji Raje had appointed some teachers, and the teachers began to teach Shivaji to ride a horse, to wrestle, to use swords and danpatta. Thus, at the age of 12, Shivaji became acquainted with different branches of learning and arts. Students, as you can see in the picture, Shivaji is riding the horse. When Shivaji Maharaj was 12 years old, he learned how to ride the horse. He also learned to wrestling. Wrestling, you know na? It's a kind of Olympic game which is played in the akhada or in the ring. You can also see your different kinds of swords. Swords is like a tool which is used for war. We can also say it's a kind of weapon. In olden days, when wars were there, the soldier used to use these swords for war. Soon, Adil Shah sent Shahaji Raje on an expedition to conquer the states of the Nayakas. Now students, the Nayakas is the local chiefs in Karnataka. Before setting out upon the expedition, Shahaji Raje sent Shivaji and Jizabai to Pune. With them, he sent elephants, horses, and infantry. What is meant by infantry? Infantry are the soldiers marching, fighting on foot. A treasury is a fund or the revenue of the state. A flag as also trusted ministers, brave generals, and renowned teachers. Rejuvenation of Pune. Now, what is meant by rejuvenation? Rejuvenation means an action or a process to look or feel someone better. Jizabai and Shivaji returned to Pune. Shivaji remembered his childhood days which he had spent on Shivneri. When he went to Karnataka after 6 years, he returned back to the Pune. And when he came back to the Pune, he remembered his childhood and he started reminding his all the childhood memories which he has spent on the Shivneri fort. He could see the lofty peaks of the Sahyadri again and he became very happy. Pune at that time was not such a big city. Pune was totally devastated by Shahaji Raje's enemies. Properties were damaged, houses were demolished, temples had collapsed. The frightened people had fled from their villages. Fields had become barren. Thick forests had grown. Wolves roamed in the countryside. Pune thus was totally in shambles and ruins. When the people living around came to know that Jizabai has returned to Pune with Shivaji, they took heart. Jizabai called all of them and reassured that they would be safe in Pune. People started settling in Pune, cultivating their lands. Jizabai had repaired the temple. In the temples, worship began morning and evening. The town was again throbbing with people. Thus, Pune was totally transformed. The achievements of Dadaji Kondev. When Jizabai and Shivaji were in Karnataka, Dadaji Kondev looked after the Pune Jagir. He was the Subedar of Kondana also. He was very faithful. He was strict, efficient, and honest in his work. He was also just and a strict disciplinarian. He served with devotion. At about this time, a big vada or residence was built in Pune by the orders of Shahaji Raje. It came to be known as Lal Mahal. To encourage the peasants to till their lands, Dadaji gave them concessions in the land tax for a few years. He offered prizes for destroying the wolves which infested the countryside and harassed the peasants. Many wolves were killed. He raised peasant patrols to protect life and property from gangs of thieves who roamed the countryside. He fixed land revenue according to the quality of the soil. He thus made the people happy. In the fields of agriculture reform and revenue collection, the work done by Dadaji Kondev and the Nizam Shahi Wazir Malik Ambar is considered to be very important. Shivaji's education. When Shivaji returned to Pune, his education continued under the supervision of Jizabai. Even though Shivaji returned from the Pune, Jizabai did not neglect his education. The education continued in the supervision of Jizabai. Shivaji were accompanied by amateur teachers sent by Shahaji Raje. They taught him many sciences, branches of learning and languages. Shivaji acquired the knowledge of excellent administration, war tactics, fort architecture, selection of horses and elephants, ways of escaping from difficult enemy territories, and many other things. Shivaji's progress in education pleased Jizabai very much. Now, let's see what Veermata Jizabai taught Shivaji. Jizabai was no ordinary woman. She was the daughter of the mighty Sardar Lakhuji Rao Jadhav and the wife of the brave and valiant Shahaji Raje. She had inherited the knowledge of politics and warfare from her infancy. In her was witnessed the confluence of the martial traditions of the famous houses of the Jadavs and Bhonsles. She was a freedom loving person with a great sense of pride. She had learned through bitter experience that, however much a Maratha Sardar displayed valor, it was not appreciated in the courts of the sultans. She had valiantly faced the shock of her father's murder in the open court at the instigation of Nizam Shah. She had resolved that her son Shivaji would never be engaged in the services of others. He would establish the rule of his own people, Swaraj. She was bringing up Shivaji with that ideal. The people living in the Mawal region were called Maulas. They were loyal, hardworking, and quick footed. No one could surpass them in hardiness, but they were harassed by the Sultan's rule. The armies of the Sultans used to plunder their villages, forcing the people to abandon their places. Nobody cared for them. Shivaji yearned to do something for this poor, miserable people. On returning home, Shivaji would talk about this to his mother. Jizabai would say, Shivba, Sri Ramchandra is the ancestor of the Bonsles. Rama killed Ravan and made his people happy. The ancestor of the Jadavs is Sri Krishna. He killed Kans and brought relief to his people. You are a descendant of both Sri Ram and Sri Krishna. You can also destroy the wicked and make your subjects happy. These words of Jizabai were a source of inspiration to young Shivaji. He would remember the brave deeds of heroes of the past like Rama, Krishna, Bhim, Arjun. He thought of them all the time, whether asleep or awake. He felt that he too must fight against injustice as they did, and like them, destroy the wicked and bring happiness to his subjects. He thought that he should become courageous and brave like these heroes of old. The new regime of Shivaji means the new government of Shivaji Maharaj. In Pune, Jagir, the new regime of Shivaji began under the guidance of Jizabai. Shahaji Raje had already made the preparations for this. When Shahaji Raje sent Shivaji from Bangalore to Pune, he sent some very powerful and prestigious people with him. They were Samraj Nilkantha Peshwe, Balakrishna Hanumante Muzumdar, Manakoji Dahatonde Sarnobat, Raghunath Balal Sabnis, and Sonopanta Dabir. These all were able men fit to administer an independent kingdom. Shahaji Raje had specially deputed them to Pune to help Shivaji govern his Jagir efficiently. With their help, Shivaji began to administer his Jagir, to attend the people's grievances. Those who inflicted injustice upon the right were punished. In a way, Shahaji Raje's Jagir was undergoing a transformation. The Maulas got a glimpse of the future Swaraj. It was as it were the dawn of Swaraj. Now let's see Shivaji's marriage. In those days, people married at a very early age. So, Jizamata said, we should now get Shivba married. Shivaji was called lovingly as Shivba. Then a search for a suitable bride for Shivba began. Soon she found the girl she wanted. Her name was Saibai. Saibai came from the Nimbalkar family of Fulton. The marriage was celebrated with great splendor. Okay students, now we had completed the chapter. I hope you all have understood it, yes or no? Okay, very good. Thank you.